Hey Earth Angels, welcome into another weekly Ancestor and Angel message here at Ethereal Ancestors. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And special shout out to everybody who has followed this channel from my main channel, Cusp of Roses, link down below if you're interested and aligned with Cusp Zodiac readings. I thank you guys for being here, and I'm excited about this message that I'm getting for the next 7 days or so. Keep in mind, even though there is a date in the title, this can resonate whenever you find it, okay? Just 7 days from you viewing this message. This could be relevant for you. Two major planetary asteroid energies that were coming through very, very strong in my meditation. First being Chiron. Chiron is at the root of this week. Whether there are some psyche wounds that you might be looking at, might be called to face a little bit, okay? I'm just getting like soft and tender spots, like soft shell crab. It's Cancer season. We might be given a little bit of a moment here to tend to our own wounds, especially for those of y'all that are aligned with this channel that identify as healers. This week, it seems to be very, very important to tend to self so that you can continue to tend to those that you care for, your clients, your people, your community, however you do your healing work, okay? But it just seems like over this next 7 days, it's very, very important to tap in with self, take care of self, replenish your cup, because it feels like it's going to be needed as the weeks roll on here. And then the second planet that I felt really tied to in the energy I was meditating with was Jupiter. Jupiter has recently entered Leo and will be there for the next 12 months or so. And I kept hearing heart opening, heart opening, heart opening, heart opening, heart, like repetitive, heart opening, heart opening. And it felt like a Page of Cups. It felt like this return to innocence. I also saw like a cork being unplugged. I think that's like old school, like sink, those like rubber stoppers that people used to put in their tub or their sink, like something just being like plucked up so something can drain out. So this could be a very detoxing week. If you've been feeling like you need a moment for a detox, you need to do a water cleanse or a fast or anything within your medical limits, please don't do anything that's going to put your health at risk. But even if it's just like a digital detox or, you know, a sweet detox or something that you in your soul of souls and your spirit of spirits know might be not so healthy for you, kind of like a guilty pleasure, guilty indulgence. Maybe take a break from it for the next 7 days just to give your system a reboot. Some of y'all are going through an intense nervous system reboot right now. I've been feeling that a lot in the collective energy. An intense nervous system reboot. So that could show up in your dream space. That definitely is going to show up in the body, especially because Chiron is in Taurus right now. There's a lot of physical manifestation of spiritual and emotional energy that first needs to be tended to within the self. And it seems like this week is the time to do that, because once you have a deeper awareness of what needs tending to you, you can better tend to those that you care for. Because I feel like for this message, I'm speaking to caregivers, again, healers, those that do collective grid work, maybe work with mass energy, Reiki, whatever it is that you are called to do. I feel like this message is for you, okay? All right, so let's get a little deeper into this. Show me divine right away. King of Cups. Yeah, the healers of sorts. In order to be in mastery of the emotional body, of your emotional waters, of your cleansing and healing waters, of the spiritual waters, of all the waters that exist, there's a need to acknowledge when you need some time, okay? Something very time associated with this King of Cups. Also Cancer season, maybe. Show me what's important about this King of Cups energy. Okay. the Six of Swords with the Four of Swords. Yeah. Like I said, something about your dream state could be very significant. You might be doing a lot of subconscious. The King of Cups can sometimes represent a subconscious force or mastering, again, your psyche, or some sort of emotional root that is deeply embedded in your consciousness, not something that might be at the forefront, but something definitely in the back of the mind, something that you might not have been aware was still kind of floating in your energy. So some of y'all, a deep aura cleanses might be necessary here, okay? Some of y'all, if you can get in water, get by water, that can also be a method of cleansing, okay? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. And, you know, sometimes the King of Cups needs to get off the throne and go off into whatever land they rule. You know what I mean? Needs to hop on the horse and go. Okay? Needs to return to the streams and the rivers that they grew up on. So some of you, there could be like a return to home that's significant. This could definitely be emotional energy that you thought you were over, that you thought you left behind, you thought you moved on from. Some of y'all are going to have very vivid or lucid dreams. Here's again, more water, more river. Even though the star is Aquarian energy, it's the water bearer. So that tells me, though, that this 7 days is more about analyzing the emotion. Or, thank you, Divine, finding a healthy balance between both. That would be putting you in your star power. Because you have 2 swords and 2 cup energies. Cup is in the court, though, showing up. So it's important to feel what you need to feel. But it's also equally important to make sure that you're processing what you feel. Which is what the star initially symbolizes here. A process. The mind and the emotional body getting onto one accord, getting into alignment. Show me what's important about this star energy. Oh, come on. Show me what's important about this star energy. Thank you. The balancing, 6 of Pentacles, grounding. Also Taurian energy. Okay. Yeah, definitely something about the psyche and the dream state with the Knight of Cups, Piscean energy. And then Libra, I believe, is connected to the 4 of Swords. And you have Aquarius with the 6 of Swords. So all of those energies could be significant for you. Show me the balance. Ooh. Temperance, yeah. And the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. For some of you, this is the balance and the alignment that you've been praying for, waiting for, dreaming about, hoping to receive, trying to get to, doing the deep work, okay? Expanding your awareness to be able to sustain in your own energy. This sense of balance, balance being the key word, okay? And if you're tuned into this message and you haven't checked out the Cusp Collective Tarot, if you are a Cusp energy, because it is channeled specifically for Cusp, go watch that, because balance was one of the chakra cards that came out. And I believe that's the 3rd eye. So again, awareness, yeah. And I did that reading a minute ago. Members on that channel get to watch all readings early. So make sure you tune in over there. And maybe even if you're not a Cusp, you can still gather some information from it, okay? Yeah, you're being lifted out of worry, 5 of Pentacles, into some form of stability. You might hear my pupper at the door. Your angels and ancestors are definitely assisting with this. Yeah, definitely assisting with this. It's almost like some of y'all need a little spark, need a little fire, need a little energy to be able to do this work. So be very mindful of the energy you exert over the next 7 days. Make sure you're reserving some for yourself. Yeah, it's like the King of Cups needs a bit of a break. A bit of a break from their responsibilities of filtering those waters. Yeah, if you want to think of the King of Cups as like the ultimate filter, sediments and anything that's kind of left in the water that kind of gunks up on that filter, you have to take it out, you got to clean it, you got to wash it or replace it. That's what needs to happen. And it looks like this King of Cups kind of dipping into their Knight of Cups energy for a little bit. I just hear the word freedom, finding freedom again. That could also be in the heart though. When I was saying heart opening, maybe this King of Cups, this could be you, this could be someone connected to you, okay? Maybe this King of Cups, in order to maintain some sort of order, I'm hearing, has had to suppress their own needs to tend to the needs of others, to be that caring, loving, supportive, emotionally stable force, where this King of Cups needs some stability of their own, balance. And with the Ace of Wands coming out, fire and water could be very significant, where fire can kind of help evaporate a little bit of the overflow or the gunk that might be in that water. Help transmute it into something, because you also have Temperance here. Show me the Six of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. Virgo energy. Yeah. Yep, this King of Cups, I think it could be you. Again, for some of y'all, this might represent someone in your world, someone tied to you. Okay? Energetically. This could also represent an ancestor. This could be an ancestor assisting you, showing up in Knight of Cups energy, or bringing you an Ace of Wands so that you can do the processing that you need to anchor in this star energy. But it's like, in order to continue to focus on what you need to focus on, there has to be some attention to the emotional body. And what better time? We're in Cancer season. What better time to do that? What better time to be in tune with your emotions and really feel it without guilt, without shame, without resistance. I'm hearing knowing that everything's going to be okay. Maybe that's what some of y'all need to know, that everything is going to be okay. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's this step back. You go from the Six of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. So some of y'all, the next 7 days might feel like a tiny step backwards. Or like I said, some of y'all need to take a step back from your responsibilities. Not that you need to neglect them, but maybe whittle things down to what you absolutely need to do. I'm hearing the bare necessities. Something about the Jungle Book could be significant here. I'm going to resist singing the song, but it's like you need to get down to just the needs. And maybe shelf the wants for a little while, especially if they're wants from other people. So that you can regroup and refocus. Get through whatever this like emotional energy is. Yeah. And almost like recommit yourself to yourself. This Four of Wands feels like self-commitment. The Seven of Cups. That's the cleansing of the toxicity again. Yes, the Seven of Cups is options. But it's almost like the divine is trying to point you to a particular cup that needs to be poured out, needs to be cleaned up, and then refilled. So cups can represent relationships. Maybe this is a relationship that you have with the King of Cups that needs to go through some sort of rejuvenation, some sort of transmutation, something needs to cleanse and purify from this connection. before it can move forward. Or this is someone in connection to you who's realizing that because they haven't addressed their own Seven of Cups, some form of toxicity, something that needs to be purified out of their emotional water, because they haven't done that yet, they can't necessarily move into a deeper balance of Four of Wands with you. Somebody needs to detox before they can move forward. So some of y'all might be in some sort of spiritual connection, okay, with the Four of Wands and Temperance being here. And the Star, which tells me that maybe you have a hermit connected to you, or you are the hermit connected to a star. Show me the Six of Pentacles. Next to the Seven of Cups, the Three of Swords. Yeah. Yep. Something can't be fair until this King of Cups gets to the root of this Seven of Cups. Chiron is at the root of it. Chiron being in Taurus, so we could be talking about an earth sign, because you do have a lot of earth out here. Again, Taurus in the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles, actually. Yeah, the five, 6, and 7. That's all Taurus energy. So Taurus could be significant. Your second house could be significant. Your second house could be what is being cleansed and purified over the next 7 days. Eight of Pentacles, again, being Virgo energy. So Taurus or Virgo, which could also lean a little mercurial. So the Magician could be significant here. Venus could also be significant. So this could be a love connection for you. Show me Temperance. What is the Temperance angel working on here when it comes to this Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles? Seven of Wands. Yeah, you got almost a lot of, again, balance. You have 3 fire energies, 3 sword energies, 3 cup energies, and 4 pentacles. 3, 3, 3, 4. 34 could be significant. 3, 3, 3 could be significant. You got strength that just slipped out here. And death. Like I said, something is ready to change or transform here. Something has to come to an end in order for something new to begin. It feels like that ending is on this King of Cups' side of the fence, side of the street. If this is a connection for you, if you are the King of Cups, you probably already know exactly what you need to transmute and transform from, let go of, allow to end. Probably this Three of Swords. It's almost like someone's heart is being weighed. Or it's about to be weighed, and if they don't do this kind of cleansing through the Seven of Cups, they might come out a little upside down on that scale, or outbalanced on that scale, or imbalanced. Some of y'all are being maybe protected from this King of Cups right now because of the Seven of Cups energy that they're in. If some of y'all maybe feel left out in the cold by a connection, or distant from someone, or it's like that new beginning feels, I don't want to say impossible, but it's like a little cold, I guess, or like it's not as active. It's because your Temperance angels are standing in the gap for you. They're in the Seven of Wands around you. And they are asking for your patience and your courage to get through this Five of Pentacles stage between you and someone. Because clearly it's not going to be that forever. You got the 6, you got the 7, and you got the 8. So it's progression. It's just... this King of Cups got to get their work done. They got to do what they need to do. They still have some death and rebirth to go through, okay? Clarify the King of Cups with this Ace of Wands. Ooh. Oh, okay. Page of Swords and the Moon wanted to flip out. Can I get one for the King of Cups and this Ace of Wands? The Tower and the Chariot. Yeah. Yep. So whether you're the King of Cups or you're connected to a King of Cups, this King of Cups is going through a Tower moment when it comes to their destiny. Definitely when it comes to maybe some sort of delay that might be happening with you, with them, in their life, in y'all's Four of Wands. They can't step into this Four of Wands with you if they haven't cleaned up the Three of Swords and the Seven of Cups. That's why your Temperance angels, your angels and ancestors are standing in the gap. That's what they want you to know. That's what they want you to know over the next 7 days. Although it might feel like you're in the Five of Cups, it's actually the safest place for you to be right now. Because who the divine has for you to be in this Four of Wands with, to get into some sort of shared energy, has some healing to do. Star card. Still, I know some of y'all are like, by God, doggy, will they just hurry up and heal? I get it, but patience is a virtue for a reason. Okay, can I get one for this King of Cups and the Ace of Wands? Thank you. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. Might tell a joke, but I won't tell a lie. Okay? This King of Cups is realizing what's been getting in the way of their legacy. Something very Scorpionic about this King of Cups. You have Scorpio here with the Seven of Cups. It could be any water sign. King of Cups is typically Pisces energy though for me. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Cups, Cancer. Seven of Cups, Scorpio. But we saw the Death card. So again, I almost want to say hang tight. I really don't want to say that because I know how annoying that might be, especially if this is a romantic or a love situation for you, Earth Angels. But that Strength card says you're building something. You're building up something within you that's going to be needed and necessary for this Four of Wands. And again, your angels and ancestors do not play about your heart. So if this King of Cups still has these three swords in their heart, if they allow them to come into this Four of Wands with you, you're going to share this Three of Swords. And you've already been through enough. It feels like you've already overcome a lot of your own shadow, a lot of other people's shadows, to then have to fall back into an energy you've already, I almost want to say with the Star card, ascended from. You've already done the releasing work around your own Seven of Cups and your own Three of Swords. It's time for this masculine to do their part. Okay, yeah, now I'm getting really romantic energy because if you know this person, some of y'all, whether you know them or not, there's like a yearning for you. That could be this Ace of Wands. It's almost like this King of Cups knows in their spirit that you're a part of their legacy in some way. You have a destiny with them. They know that. That might be getting confirmed for them over the next 7 days. Show me the Four of Swords. I'm hearing party next door. Somebody could be from Toronto. I'm hearing party next door. Fuck With You, FWU, that song. Yeah, feels like another time. It's like hard to forget you, or nothing can make me forget you. There's something about that in those lyrics that are relevant to this situation. Okay, I'm gonna pin the song in a comment down below. Show me the Four of Swords. Thank you. Y'all, I can't make it up, baby. I can't. Pulling from the ethers. Yeah, this is definitely a connection. Again, this King of Cups is getting the sign, synchronicity, confirmation, alert, hello, lightning striking, that, yeah, this is your Queen of Cups. This is who you're supposed to have this 10 of Pentacles with. This is why maybe neither one of y'all could get out of the 5 of Pentacles, because the Pentacles have to be built between these two. But this King of Cups can't have this 7 of Cups floating around, because that's going to drown and toxify this Queen of Cups. Cancer season. Yeah, show me the Knight of Cups with this 4 of Wands. Because, you know, sometimes the King of Cups can be a little jaded. They can. They've seen a lot. They've been through a lot emotionally. Like I said, they have to return to that heart open. I can't make this up. They got to return to that heart opened Knight of Cups energy. They have to reintegrate their Knight of Cups so they can better serve as a King of Cups. Because when they better serve as a King of Cups, their Queen of Cups can better serve as a Queen of Cups. And the emotional world, the 10 of Cups they get to build, that also seems very solid, because you got a 10 of Pentacles out here. Under the moon, under the guidance of the moon, the healing that gets to happen and be done between these two doesn't just benefit them. Doesn't just benefit them. Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. We're talking about destiny and alignment here, y'all. Wow. Right. They gotta come in solid. They got some work to do, okay? And it's like something about the next 7 days. This King of Cups feels it. Like if they were unsure, confused, 7 of Cups, still under some sort of 3 of Swords rain cloud, like still, again, tainted, jaded, muddy, and murky from their past. Whatever happens over the next 7 days, like either breaks them from that or just makes it so purely and painfully clear that they can't hold on to that 7 of Cups and the 3 of Swords anymore. They're getting in the way of their own alignment, if they choose to. They have to show up in this Page of Pentacles energy. They gotta practice being reliable first. So, okay, yeah, they have... It almost feels like when things get emotionally difficult, this particular masculine energy might run. They gotta stand strong. They gotta find their strength. Emotional strength, though. And that comes through the spirit. Hence the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. So this same angel and ancestor might be shared between you two. Or you have their angels and ancestors and your angels and ancestors working together to make this happen. Show me the Star and the 7 of Cups. What's being purified here? Come on. Come on. Neptune. Perception. Enlightenment. Somebody can only see through a jaded heart at this current moment. That's what's being highlighted. It's like someone seeing themselves for the first time in a long time, or reconnecting with themselves for the first time in a long time. They're being shown something divinely. Like I said, visions, dreams. Something could be confirmed in this King of Cups dreams. And I feel like I gotta say that nobody can stop him or her, whomever, from having. Because maybe there's been a lot of spiritual war between these two, or on these two. 2 of Cups. Come on, Chiron. I can't make it up. This is the beginning of this masculine's healing cycle. Chiron in Taurus, Jupiter in Leo could be activating this. Again, it's cosmic alignment. You can't do nothing about where the planets are. So I don't know why I feel like I gotta say that, but if there are people that are around this masculine or around this feminine that feel like they're bigger than the program, and not matrix programming, divine programming. You're bigger, they feel like they're bigger than divine intelligence, than the natural intelligence that rules this realm. Sorely and sadly mistaken. You can't. Nothing can affect divine timing. Something about this energy right here is divinely timed between these two. Hiccups and road bumps and attacks and interference included in that divine timing. So why do I feel like I gotta address this? Yeah, I'm seeing the Five of Wands. Little do the people who maybe are clearly and definitely probably over invested in whatever's between these two didn't realize that they were actually playing a role. Again, this is how the universe works, all of that to your favor. Because what the divine wants and wills is and exists. Period. Yes, you can take detours. Yes, you can color in over here and go over, fill in your own. But what is absolute to the bone, written, not by your hand, not by their hand, not by anyone else's hand, but by a divine hand, is cemented. Can't be undone. Okay? So I'm hearing, there's been a lot. A lot of hiccups, I'm hearing tsunamis and waves and huge shifts in these waters between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. But whoever you are and however you identify, it's time for this kind of detox between the two. Show me the Temperance with the, thank you. I can't make it up. Baby, the Five of Wands. I can't make it up. Yeah. And the angels and ancestors involved between these two, definitely standing in the gap. Feels, though, a little bit more to guard this Queen of Cups. Not that the King of Cups isn't guarded, but they have to step into their alignment to receive that. Yeah, there's been a lot of spiritual war around these two. So these could be real heavy hitters in spirit. Okay, show me the Five of Pentacles with the Strength. Baby, the Two of Cups right back out. But like I said, what the divine has written is cemented. If there are 2 cups, 10 cups, and 10 pentacles that are meant to be shared between a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. And you know what I'm bringing? Okay. So I feel like some of this delay, bumps in the road, hiccups, detours might have been initiated by this King of Cups. Because if they are very Scorpionic, maybe just within their chart, they don't have to be a Scorpio sun sign. If they have a lot of Scorpionic influences, they probably tried to test this connection. To test to see if it could survive off nothing or be starved and still be strong. And what if I don't pay attention to it and don't do anything about it? Will it still be there? Again, what's written by the divine can't be altered, babe. 3 of Cups. They might have dibbled and they might have dabbled into other connections and other situations and da-da-da-da-da. And what does that always lead to? 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords. So until this masculine energy decides that they don't want to be in the Seven of Cups and the Three of Swords anymore, the Temperance angels, the ancestors, will be standing in that Seven of Wands around this Queen of Cups until the King of Cups can take their place. Because a King of Cups that's still preoccupied or still stuck and still dealing and dabbling with the Three of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Swords can't protect this Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is delicate. Not that she's not strong. She's just very delicate. She's sensitive. So if the King of Cups can't protect her because they're not doing what they need to do, then they don't get to be in the Four of Wands. Temperance and the universe will surround that Queen of Cups until that King of Cups can step in their rightful place. And it seems like it's about that time. So with the Hangman, they might be forced into some alignment to some degree. But like I said, that's because of the cosmic climate. They can't do nothing about that. Neither can anyone in this Five of Wands, because it feels like with this Three of Cups, yeah, the Three of Cups is going to have to be spilled out. They're going to have to be disappointed. It's going to have to come to an end. But maybe there's a lot of conversation about them being able to keep those Three Cups upright and still have their Two Cups. That's not how that works. And they know that that's not how that works. But the simple fact that you would want to try to see if that could work, that's why somebody... Okay, so this King of Cups could be going through a little karma of their own. Because they might have tried it. They might have pushed it. Pushed the wrong button. And get the right result. Let's go ahead and just see what synchronicities are relevant for you in this situation. Whether you're the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups. Because I feel like it's the Five of Wands is connected to this King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups has allowed other energies into this Two of Cups between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And that seems to be a spiritual no-no. Yeah. So it's like this King of Cups is wondering why they can't get to their Queen of Cups. It's because of what they're doing. Period. No. A temperance angel in a Seven of Wands stance, you're going to get smacked on top of the head with one of them wands. If you step any closer to that Queen of Cups, knowing good damn and well you still got this Seven of Cups and Three of Swords and Three of Cups swimming all up in your energy. Huh? No. Which tells me, though, that this King of Cups could be under some sort of, like, influence or, like, they might be emotionally influenced quite easily. Especially for this Five of Swords to be there. There could be somebody in this King of Cups' ear. A Queen of Pentacles, I'm seeing. I might be confirming something. Yeah, and exactly what I'm confirming. The Tower. That's the only ending here. That's the only way that this is going to end. This is the death energy. That's it. So any sort of anything that this King of Cups tries to build with those Three Cups, that has to come crumbling down. Because that's outside of the Two of Cups that's been destined and ordained for them. This King of Cups has been running from their destiny. Whether they want to admit it or not. 9-9. Personal endings. Nine of Wands with Chiron. It's time to heal. Yeah, 24-24. Unconditional love. That I can't make it up. That's exactly what this King of Cups was trying to test. Is this love unconditional? If I run it through the mud, will it still be love? Unfortunately, yes. But because you decided to play that kind of game, you about to get played with. Alright. I'ma chill. Because that's kind of silly. You know what I mean? That's a little silly. It's very silly, actually. Not even a little bit. It's a lot of bit silly. So, yeah, this silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Can't be tricking no more. Yeah, the trick's up. Magician energy. Exactly. This King of Cups thought that they could manipulate something around this Two of Cups, and they are getting a awakening around that. You don't manipulate anything. You don't get to control nothing when it comes to a divine timeline. You can control a karmic timeline all you want. That's all they have. That's probably why this King of Cups enjoys the Three of Cups, because those are all karmic energies. They can manipulate it, flip it, dip it, strip it down, do it over here, throw it away, put it back together, all they want. You can't do that with a divine connection. Or stand to lose your divinity. That could be what this King of Cups is facing. That Tower could be a fall from grace if they're not careful. If it hasn't already happened already. Show me what other synchronicities are connected here. Level up. Leveling up. In order to get to that star energy, you gotta go through the Tower. So this is this King of Cups' level up. Should they choose it? Force could be significant. Yeah, they gotta love themselves in order to manifest what it is they really want. They gotta be brave. Because I really do think this King of Cups is just scared. They might be a little scary. Courage, strength, that might not really be their strong suit. They might put on a brave face, but they're really terrified. But only they can solidify their spirit and solid up themselves. Like, that's the inner work. They got to get fierce. Yeah, they got to get some fire. Ace of Wands. They have to... maybe this is a new beginning in their own spiritual journey. They got to get on their spiritual path. Okay. Because I almost want to say this King of Cups wants what the Queen of Cups has. This Queen of Cups is already leveled up. So this King of Cups, yeah, I can't make it up. I can't. Has to level up now too, or lose the bond to spirit. Like I said, ancestors and angels could stand in the gap for this King of Cups too. Could cover both, but they'll absolutely cover the Queen of Cups because the Queen of Cups has done what they needed to do. And they stand to lose their bond to the divine if they don't get their act together. Tighten up. With all love, I understand waters are sensitive. I didn't mean to be so sharp with that, but you know what I mean? Like, it gets to a point. It gets to a point, and the point is now. Point is over the next 7 days. We're at that point. Okay, you're at that point. Yeah. Reward in reverse. Alignment. This Two of Cups between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups is the reward. This Ten of Pentacles between them two, also the reward. But they will lose their bond with their spirit if they do not start acting in their spiritual strength, start getting into their personal alignment, doing what they need to do, loving themselves. And self-love also looks like stop playing around with them Three of Cups. Stop playing around with the Seven of Cups. Stop putting yourself in positions to have 3 swords in your heart. And level up. And the level up is unconditional love and alignment. Tell me more about this unconditional love. Thank you. Harmony. I can't make it up. So this King of Cups' soul and spirit is in alignment. And I'm hearing tuned to harmony. But they keep disrupting their own harmony because they're too scared to manifest what it is they really want. So it's like they're playing small. Because they're too scared to bet big and lose big. Like, they don't want to lose. Accountability. I'm trying to tell you. This King of Cups got to start holding themselves accountable. Or the divine will. And that's not going to be fun. Either way, it's not going to be fun. But you definitely don't want the divine on your ass like that. Because, baby, them towers will be coming left and right. And left and right. And left and right. You look to the right tower. Look to the left, tower. You look up, another tower. Look down, another tower. It will be everywhere. You won't escape it. It'll literally feel like doomsday. Personally. Come on. Come on. It's a forever thing. It's an infinite. It's an unconditional. It's an eternal. This is eternal love that the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are in a harmony with. But somebody has to take accountability for their own level up. And level up not financially, spiritually, because it's the ace. Somebody got to start back over from 1. Ones, I can't make it up. 11, 11, make a wish. So everything this King of Cups keeps wishing for, they keep sabotaging because they can't let go of the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Because it's like they're too scared. And that's sad. That's really sad. Yeah. Come on. Reshape and optimism. That's that fire too. Revisit. So maybe this bond was broken already. And the divine is giving this King of Cups a chance to revisit this timeline. They need to reflect on whether they actually want the reward they're making a wish for or not. Yeah, that's that inspiration. So yeah, like I said, something over this next 7 days is going to inspire this King of Cups to get their ish together. Okay? Hold on. I want to read these reversals right quick. Okay, let's look at 88 in reverse. Reward in reverse says giving into scarcity mindsets and negative patterns. 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Okay. Squandering your abilities and talents. Wasting all your talents as the King of Cups on 3 Cups and 7 of Cups. When you have a whole Queen of Cups. And a 2 of Cups. And a 9 of Cups. Okay. Allowing energy drainers to rule your life. Hello. That Queen of Pentacles. I guarantee it. There's a Queen of Pentacles and a 5 of Swords around this King of Cups. That's trying to make them feel guilty for wanting to actually move on from the 3 Cups. Tower's coming for everybody. How about that? That's what I feel. Yeah, and financial hardship sapping all your time. Okay? So I'm working towards a more relaxed life. I think that's what this King of Cups wants. They want a more relaxed, stable, secure life. Their security is with their Queen of Cups. And that's how it was divinely written. So they won't be able to tap into that fully until they get their ish together. Okay? They gonna be struggling until. Okay? And then the 2020 reversed bonds, miscommunication, cross wires. Okay? That's this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. This could be the actual root of all of this. Maybe this is a mother figure. This could be somebody, an ex. I would really hope an ex isn't doing all of this, child, and somebody listening to an ex. That don't make no sense, but okay. I guess it could exist in this world. Miscommunication, crosswires, misinformations, illusions, and fakes. Lack of community, isolation, and destruction. I always make exciting and meaningful connections. This is no longer an exciting or meaningful connection, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is. And somebody knows that, or is about to know that. Or I'm clarifying and confirming what someone's higher self is already trying to tell them about that Queen of Pentacles. And about those 3 Cups. Because I think it's the 3 Cups plus the Queen of Pentacles that's in this 5 of Wands against the King of Cups and this Queen of Cups. Okay? Alrighty. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know your thoughts about this message if it did resonate with you in the comments down below. And if you would like to keep how this resonated with you private, but you just want to let me know that you were here, that you tuned in, and that you received some sort of clarity, confirmation, or maybe healing truth from this message, go ahead and drop the dove emoji and your favorite color heart in the comments down below so I know you were here. All right. And I thank y'all for that. I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Love you lots. Namaste.